everyone to the Mobile County Commission Conference meeting for August the 8th, 2024. Call the meeting to order, and I will turn it over to Commissioner Hudson, who will be doing a resolution for National Healthcare Week.
Well, good morning, everyone. We have a number of community organizations here today who are involved with health care in the community, and we would like to recognize and acknowledge them today and for the critically important work that they do in our community because nationally, the Healthcare Week is coming up, and it's August 4th through 10th. Actually, that's right now. Yeah. So we definitely are happy to have you here today, and I'm going to call each one of these different organizations up, and we will read the resolution to each of you at one time. And so first of all, we have from Accordia Health, Dr. Sandra Parker, who's the Chief Medical Officer, as well as Steve Dolan, Vice President of Administrative Services. If you'll just come right up here to the lectern, and we'll join you momentarily. From Franklin Primary Health Center, Kathy Perry. We also want to recognize Bayou Clinic. They were unable to attend today, but we will definitely get them their resolution. The Mobile County Health Department with Kelly Warren, who is the Executive Director of Family Health. Monsteller Medical Center, Todd Stork, Executive Director. And Victory Health Partners, Kimberly Garrett, who is Director. Welcome, everyone. The resolution is in honor and recognition of National Health Center Week 2024, Powering Communities through Caring Connection. Whereas for over 50 years, community health centers have provided high-quality, affordable, comprehensive, primary and preventative health care in our nation's medically underserved communities, delivering value to and having a significant impact on America's healthcare system. And whereas as the country's largest primary care network, community health centers are the health care home for over 31.5 million Americans and over 15,000 communities across the nation. 1 in every 11 people in the United States gets their care at a community health center. And whereas community health centers are a critical asset of health systems serving rural, suburban, frontier, urban populations, and often providing the only accessible and dependable source of primary care in their communities. Nationwide, community health centers serve 1 in every 5 residents of rural areas. And whereas every day community health centers develop new approaches to integrating a wide range of services beyond primary care, including oral health, vision, behavioral health, and primary services to meet the needs and challenges of their communities. Health centers have more than doubled their behavioral health workforce in the last decade to meet Americans' growing needs for behavioral health services. And whereas during National Healthcare Week, we celebrate the legacy of America's community health centers and their vital role in shaping the past, present, and future of America's healthcare system. Now, therefore, let it be resolved, the Mobile County Commission proclaims August 4th through 10th, 2024 as National Health Center Week in Mobile County, Alabama. Furthermore, we applaud the vital role of local health centers, including the Mobile County Health Department, Franklin Primary Health, Monsteller Medical Center, Bayou Clinic, Victory Health Partners, and Accordia Health, play in shaping the future of the healthcare system in Mobile County. We encourage all Americans to take part in this week by visiting their local health center and celebrating the important partnership between American community health centers and the Anybody? Don't want to put you on the spot, always.
Well, good morning. My name is Cindy with Victory Health Partners. We serve just low-income, uninsured adults. Truly wonderful. We're grateful for this. We're grateful to partner with the county, with the city, with 70 other partners. We have 150 partners who see our patients either at our clinic or within their practices. Truly life-saving work. We're grateful to partner alongside all the other health plans.
Good morning, my name is Todd Silver, I'm CEO of Hospital Management Center in Southwest County. We serve about 12,000 patients annually, for about 40,000 visits. We see patients from all around the county, and we're just thankful for the county and the support that we give.
I'm Dr. Sandra Barker with All Point Forty Health. I'm the chief medical officer. We see about 40,000 patients a year, and we've been in that deal since the early 1960s. And we're just so glad to see all of you here at the meeting and all the work that the county commission does and all the support you give us.
Hello, CFO Franklin Primary. Thank you so much for having us and for this recognition. Franklin is celebrating 50 years in January, so I'm glad to be a small part of it. I've been about 40 years, but anyway, thank you so much. All right, now, Kelly Warren with Mobile County Health Department, Family Health. We have serving our community since 1979 throughout the entire county. With primary care, dental, behavioral health, pediatrician, social services, and we just consider it a true gift to be able to do good work with good people every day. So thank you, and we appreciate the city and county's support in holding us to our mission.
And thank you for that mission, because I'll tell you, without the work that each of you do in your health centers, I don't know where our community would be. We're so dependent on you. Thank you for the bottom of our hearts. Let's give them all those.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to move on and recognize some of our very own people here at the county. The National Society of Professional Engineers annually celebrates Licensed Professional Engineers Day on the first Wednesday in August. Today, we would like to recognize the Mobile County's 19 professional engineers. That's a lot. I thought it was more than that. All the work you guys get done. So licensure is a mark of a professional. It's an industry standard and an assurance of dedication, skill, and quality. To become a licensed engineer, you must complete a 4-year college degree, work under a professional engineer for at least 4 years, pass 2 intensive exams, and earn a license from the State Licensure Board. To retain your license, a professional engineer must continually maintain and improve their skills throughout their career. We rely heavily on our professional engineers to move Mobile County's many infrastructure projects forward. We thank them for their hard work and dedication and recognize their service as professional engineers. And I think most of the engineers are here. I'm gonna read off your names, and if you would just stand so you can be recognized. Then maybe after the meeting, we'd like to get a picture. I think there's too many. Maybe we'll do it out in the atrium somewhere if you guys have time to hang around. I'm not sure how we allowed an engineer to become the county administrator, but we'll start with Eddie Carr. And so building inspections, and also I guess Matthew Barcliff and Tim Wicker are also in charge of all of our commercial and residential site plans in Mobile County. and our head engineer, who is Kim Sanderson. And then we have Rhonda Gutledge, Johnny Harper, Brad Whitman, Marcelette Gardner, Andrew Gillis, and Andy Torres, Andrew Torres, Beverly Terry, Ricky Hudson, Shane Cumby, James Price, Ricky Mitchell, who is the Director of Public Works, Neil Howard, who is the Assistant Director, and Connor Griffin, and I think I left somebody, Andy Tintinger. There you go, and Matthew Jones. Okay, so we'll go back a little bit. So you got Matthew and Andrew, they work in environmental services. Is Andrew here today? Okay. Matthew is the Deputy Director of the Environmental Services Department. And you have Brad. I know what some of you engineers do. Don't be mad if I don't know what you do. I know that Johnny is over construction now, right? Yes, sir. And we owe it to Rhonda. She is primarily responsible for taking care of the pay-as-you-go program amongst her other duties. Brad is over traffic engineering. Did I miss anybody? I think I named Beverly was in environmental, and now she's working in the engineering department. So, hey, I think I've covered everything pretty good. Did I miss anybody? Anybody want to say what they do? Kim, did I miss anybody or what their job description is? Yes, thank you.
They
All
do
right.
engineering stuff,
That's a bunch of engineering.
hard stuff.
A lot of years. I would imagine if you added the years up here, that would well exceed 200 or 300 years of experience that we have right here in working for the county. So thank each and every one of you. We wanted to recognize you guys for your professionalism. And again, if you don't mind hanging around, if Commissioner Hudson has just a moment.
Sure.
And Dina, we'd like to take a picture if you don't mind after the meeting. Let's give them a round of applause. Right, Cherie, do we have any speakers this morning?
We have two people signed up to speak about item number 29, the Greenfield Trust. I'm not sure if we want to do that up front or if you want to wait until it comes up too.
Yeah, we'll do it now. We'll take care of it now.
Okay, now?
Yes.
Okay, Josh Patterson, if you would approach the mic, and you'll have 5 minutes to address the commission.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for the opportunity to introduce myself. I met several of you before in the past, and just wanted to introduce myself and the site to those of you. Thank you. To those of you who I have not met, and then invite an opportunity for any questions that come out of this process or a chance to visit our site. The Multi-State Trust took ownership of the former Kerr-McGee site in Mobile in 2011, and it's our mission to put that site back into productive reuse. So the better part of a decade has been spent on human health and risk assessments and cleanup planning, and we're excited to say we're now in a cleanup phase. And this application is for brownfield abatement following Title 40, Chapter 9C. So there's a lot of information in the packet about this site. And if there's any other questions, I welcome that. And I brought along our construction project manager if there's any questions on schedule and cleanup. Otherwise, just wanted to say thank you for your consideration and welcome you to ask questions or come to the site.
Yeah, I'd just like to make a comment because I have visited the site and toured the site, and I'd like to thank you and your construction manager and your whole team out there for the work you're doing. I think at some point that site was probably an environmental nightmare, and through the work that you guys have done, it really shows, and I think it's going to be huge in South Mobile County in the future, whatever ends up being on that site. So I just want to thank you guys for your hard work and your dedication to protecting our environment.
I appreciate that. And yeah, also thanks to everybody else, the chamber and other folks who realize it's a very important site in the Gulf and here in Mobile, probably our most important site. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Thanks.
You can come, you can speak too if you want.
I don't really have that much to say, but I'll just introduce myself. Hi, I'm Gene Garnier. I'm the Site Operations Senior Construction Manager for Brown and Caldwell, operating as the owner's representative for the Greenfield Multi-State Trust. I've relocated to West Mobile. I live in Mobile now, and it's my mission to get this site cleaned up and turned over to the good citizens of Alabama. So appreciate all of your support. I know you guys have been out to the site. It's great, and welcome me anytime.
I did have one other question, if you would, tell the public, how much has been spent cleaning that site?
Final dollars, I don't know, that's to be determined, but we're getting up near a couple, quite a few million, so.
Yeah.
I want to say we're up in the 75 million right now
That's what I thought. Okay.
range, so.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you all.
Sheree, any other?
No one else has signed up to speak this morning, and the last gentleman, his name was Gene Guarver.
That was
Thank,
Gene.
yeah. Thank you, guys. Mr. Engineer Eddie Kerr, County Administrator,
Professional engineer.
professional engineer. Are you trying to become a professional administrator too?
One day. All right, thank you, Commissioners. Ask you to consider the following. Item 1, approve minutes of the regular meetings of May 13th, May 28th, and June 10th. 2, approve a list of claims. 3, approve project agreement among Mobile County, City of Mobile, and Spring Hill College, whereby the county and the city will each contribute $250,000 per year for a 3-year period totaling $750,000 each. Spring Hill College plans to use the funding towards the construction of a health and science renovation center, and to authorize the commission president to sign all necessary documents associated. The 772 public notice was advertised in Lanyap on July 24th and July 31st.
Commissioners, the president of the college was unable to be here today, but she plans to address the commission Monday morning and answer any questions.
Can you double check to make sure that should be innovation rather than renovation center? Just check, I'm not sure.
You're correct, it is a new construction. We'll correct that, Commissioner.
Talking about Science Innovation Center? Yeah, I think it
So
is.
the name of it, innovation.
That's what they use,
Health and
but it's
science.
a new building. They'll take an existing one down and build a new one in its place, plus larger. We'll correct the wording, Carrie. Good catch.
4, approve application for the transfer of an alcohol license from Christine O'Brien Holland to Moe's Mart for an off-premises retail beer and table wine license for Eddie's Country Stop on Celeste Road. 5, approve application for the transfer of an alcohol license from Express Mart to Sasri 24 for an off-premises retail beer and table wine license for One Plus Food Mart on Old Pascagoula Road. 6, approve application for the transfer of alcohol license from Yaya Oil to Omsai 24 for a lounge retail liquor Class 2 license for Cheers on Old Pascagoula Road. 7, approve amending October 10th minutes to correct the typewritten transcription of Economic Development Manager Matthew Barcliffe's response to a proposed traffic study at Creel Road to Grand Bay Wilmer Road to accurately reflect that a requirement of a traffic study would not be unprecedented. 8, authorize amendment to the subrecipient agreement with Habitat for Humanity of Southwest Alabama regarding community development block grant funds to provide roof replacement for eligible residential homeowners within the urban county to extend the term of the agreement until December 31st, 2024. 9, adopt a resolution authorizing request of the probate judge to dispose of certain items from fixed assets inventory list, declare a surplus, and authorize items to be disposed. 10, we're going to ask the commissioners to vote at the conference. Approve license and access agreement with the town of Dauphin Island to allow the town use of submerged property located at Aloe Bay to construct and monitor a living shoreline and to authorize the commission president to execute all documents.
So moved.
Second.
11, approve appointment of Renee Barron to the Gulf Coast Resource Conservation and Development Council to serve the unexpired term of Brenda Barnes as a member at large. Term will expire on December 31st, 2024.
A question, was this a recommendation by the RC&D?
It was a recommendation from the council and the director because Ms. Barnes has not been able to attend the meetings.
Okay, but the replacement was their recommendation?
The recommendation came from the county commission internally and from my experience with Renee.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Did we second that?
That does not require a vote.
Okay, we voted on number 10. Okay, sorry.
Item 12 and 13 will combine, just for ease this morning. That will be amending the 2024 capital improvement plan to create 2 projects, each providing the budgetary amount of $200,000. One will be from the District 2 capital improvement, 2024 capital improvement plan, and one will be from the District 1 capital improvement plan funds for the Mobile County Aquatic Center.
I just wanted to mention that once we totaled the cost of the Aquatic Center Phase 1 and we looked at the funding sources, there was $400,000 balance left. And Commissioner Liggett, thank you for agreeing to split that with my district funding. I really appreciate it. So that got us to where we needed to be.
Item 14, award bid to Person Services Corporation for Mobile County Aquatic Center Phase 1 for their bid in the total amount of $23,151,607, including the base bid, alternate 1, and alternate 2, to be paid from the following funding sources.
Today is I think, a kind of an exciting prelude to Monday when we will actually take the vote. This has been decades in the making. I think we've got a couple of members of our swim community here. Daryl Gomian, I don't know if Tyler was able to make it, but Daryl is vice president of the City of Mobile Swim Association. He's also a member of the Sports Authority, and I know that these guys and a lot of people in the community, they represent a lot of people that have been waiting, like I said, nearly 3 decades to see this happen. So they can't hardly believe it, so they have to be here just to make sure that it is. And but it's happening, and Monday we'll have a vote, and then we'll be off and running. We'll set a groundbreaking ceremony shortly after the contract is signed. So thank you for being here, and thank you everybody who has been a part of this. I mean, of course, my commission colleagues first and foremost, everybody who's been on the commission team that's been a part of it, engineering, facilities, administration, finance, legal. It has been, everything we do is a team effort, but this most certainly has been a team effort and would not have happened without the efforts of everybody who came together and people in the community who kept the faith. So we'll vote on Monday.
Can you give a little bit, a little explanation, or just not an explanation, but what phase one, alternate one and alternate two will be, what will be completed in this phase?
Absolutely.
Just so everybody will know.
Phase one includes the 50-meter outdoor pool, which has 2 dive wells. It also includes an interior portion that has the instructional warm-up pool, the locker and restrooms. The second phase will include the 25-yard by 25-meter short course, so that will be in the second phase. But of course, first phase is parking and all the other substructure work. The alternate deductibles included an additional parking lot, and it allows it, the second alternate allows it to be permeable surfacing, permeable pavers. That's what we are really trying to accomplish on this whole site, you know, with the initial parking lot with the soccer complex, it's permeable pavers. Well, we want to do that throughout. And so this alternate will allow us to do that.
Well, you thank everybody, but everybody should thank you. And, you know, you've really taken the lead on this project and really made it happen. So I know you recognize everybody else, and I'd like to take the moment just to recognize you and give you a round of applause for what you've done.
Just glad to be part of the team.
Item 15, approve amending 2024 capital improvement plan to create Project Africatown Hall and Food Bank install emergency generator for the project budget amount of $109,833. 16, approve assignment to Dell Consulting for the Africatown Hall and Food Bank install emergency generator. The work will consist of design, construction documents, submittal review, and project administration associated with the development of a new 60 kilowatt, 3-phase, 208 volt natural gas emergency generator for the newly constructed facility in the amount of $4,833. 17, we'll ask the commission to vote at conference. Approve appointment of Commissioner Randall Dewitt to serve as District 12 representative on the 2024-25 Association of County Commissions of Alabama Legislative
Board.
You were
And
asked,
then I
right?
see Connie is going to be put on board on the next agenda item. I was just curious what board, Commissioner Ludgood, I didn't see her agenda item for her to be on any boards at the ACCA.
I'm just gonna carry y'all's bags to y'all.
She was a
Sorry.
previous president of the association, so she goes, as always, as part of that board.
Yeah, I knew
She's a
it.
permanent member of the board, in other words.
Past president. Yeah.
So moved.
Item 18, we'll also ask to vote at conference. Approve reappointment of Commissioner Connie Hudson to serve on the Board of Directors for the 2024-25 Association of County Commissions of Alabama.
So moved.
Second.
19, approve sponsorship agreement with Hand Up Charities in the total amount of $2,500 for its charity golf tournament. Funds divided as follows. 20, approve sponsorship agreement with Miss Mobile Bay Organization in the amount of $1,000 from District 2 Education Funds for its scholarship competition. 21, approve appropriation contract with Marching Cougars Band Booster Club in the amount of $12,500 from District 1 Education Funds for uniforms, marching symbols, and operational expenses. 22, approve sponsorship agreement with Providence Foundation in the amount of $1,300 from District 2 Education Funds for its Charity Golf Classic. 23, approve contract with TDA Consulting for consulting services in an amount not to exceed $69,117 for planning, coordination, and preparation of the 2025-29 Housing and Urban Development 5-Year Consolidated Plan and 1-year 2025 action plan for Housing and Urban Development Community Development Block Grant, Home, and Emergency Solutions Grant. 24, authorize advertising for bids for roof replacements for John Archer Center and 8 Mile Shopping Center. 25, approve reappointments to serve as members of the Senior Companion Program Advisory Council for a 3-year term expiring August 15th, 2027 for individuals as follows. 26, approve appointments to serve as members of the Senior Companion Program Advisory Council for a 2-year term for individuals as follows. 27, approve application for authority to form a capital improvement cooperative district among City of Mobile, Mobile County Commission, and the Mobile Downtown Redevelopment District. The district proposes to acquire, construct, install, finance, administer, renovate, improve, manage, rehabilitate, equip, or re-equip, and otherwise facilitate the construction of residential, mixed-use, commercial, and public projects intended to achieve neighborhood revitalization within Mobile County. 28, approve change order number 2 with Rogers and Willard for Michael Square Revenue Commission restroom expansion and renovation for additional renovation to the restroom, increasing the contract by $35,399.10, and the new contract total amount will be $892,600.90. 29, approve consent of the County of Mobile for the City of Mobile to enter into a tax abatement agreement with Greenfield Environmental Multi-State Trust for the granting of certain tax abatements by the City of Mobile and the County of Mobile's non-educational real property and personal property ad valorem abatement taxes for the project for 10 years, subject to legal review. 30, approve request of the Engineering and Public Works Department to purchase 1 vehicle from the Revenue Commission's reappraisal inventory surplus for the fair market value of $19,242 for the vehicle as follows. 31, approve professional services contract with Blue Arbor for temporary clerical and labor staffing related to disaster response and recovery services associated with operating community shelters to respond to threats or impacts from extreme events and/or federally declared disasters. 32, approve contract amendment number 13 to the Mobile County Park Initiative contract with Moffitt and Nickel to add additional services for the Chickasaw Campground Improvements Project to be paid from the Gomesa Bond. 13, approve request of the Alabama Cooperative Extension System 4-H Club to waive all associated arena fees for use of the John Archer Arena by the Longshots Archery 4-H Club and Raptors Archery 4-H Club for 9 days. There will be no cost or preparation for the county.
Number 32 doesn't have a cost association.
That contract amendment's to be paid from the Gomesa bond.
Okay. But there's not a total amount on, there was not a,
Total amount's about, it's in the ballpark of $28,000.
Okay.
$34, approve professional services contract with Allen Engineering and Science to update the Mobile County Solid Waste Management Plan. 35, approve contract amendment number 4 with Thompson Engineering for Mobile County Civil Rights and Cultural Heritage District Master Plan to add task 3.1, engineering and design of the Dave Patton House. 36, approve request of presiding judge of the 13th Judicial Circuit for Mobile County to provide an additional annual pay supplement to court reporters of up to $10,000 to recognize experience gained outside of the state system.
Do we already provide a supplement? When it says additional supplement, is this, how much is the current supplement?
Current supplement, I believe, is a straight $14,000 per year for court reporters. I'll confirm that and get back to you if I'm mistaken.
And so this additional 10, the up to 10 will allow them to increase that for someone who has service that wouldn't be otherwise recognized?
Yes, ma'am.
Experience, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And Commissioners, to further that, Commissioner Ludgood, you're exactly right. Judge Pipes tells Eddie and I that this will be diminishing over the next few years as the state salary catches up with the experience for these particular people. So it's not intended to be permanent, according to him, more than a few years. 2 or 3 is what he thought.
So this is not going to become an additional 24,000. This is 14 plus whatever amount between 0 and 10,000 the court needs to use to be able to find some parity for.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, but that's for only a period of time, as you said, and then that funding will be replaced by the
By the
state?
state, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And there's also, interesting, in the late 70s, a local act, confusing as the wording may be, that suggests that this is needed or authorized.
Before we agree to pass this, do you think we should potentially put a sunset on it to maybe look at it in a couple years? If they're saying it's going to be a couple years, I don't want it to become 6 years from now and want somebody to think about it and go, oh, what happened with that 10 grand a year that was supposed to be 2
I mean,
years?
Way it's explained to me from Judge Pipes, it doesn't look like maybe more than 3 years. I could be wrong, but if it's more than 3, he can come ask again.
I don't disagree. I mean, we could bring it back up in 3 years.
Yeah, why don't we
see
bring
where
it
we
back up
stand.
in
That way we
3
don't forget
years?
it.
And
So fund
reevaluate
it for
where we're
3
at
years,
that
and then
point.
on the start of the 4th year, would have to come back up for additional consideration.
Correct.
And maybe we could track it to see, just to see what is actually expended out of this amount.
I'll get Dana or whoever, your team with Judge Pipes, so y'all can both figure that out.
Thank you.
37, consider taking the following action on bids.
Ricky, what is a John Deere 544 G-tier wheel loader?
You want one?
I'm just curious as what it is.
It's one of our big front-end motors.
Okay.
That we use at our pits.
Thank you, Ricky.
Yes, thank you.
Can I come and drive that? Have to have
Don't
a
answer that,
C-
See, that's why he's asking.
Do I have to have a CDL to drive that? Okay.
Keep your personal card out of the way, Mr. Russo.
I always like to know what kind of equipment we are getting in case it's something I want to come and drive.
38, approve service order with Unity Fiber for 1 gigabit per second internet upgrade from 100 megabits per second internet under the current state of Alabama contract in the amount of $1,850 per month for approximately 31 months for the Revenue Commission office at Michael Square. 39, approve renewal of software subscription agreement with Carasoft Technology Corporation under the current state of Alabama contract in the amount of $117,354 for budgeting and planning with OpenGov for the term October 1st through September 30th, 2025 for Mobile County Commission. 40, approve renewal of software support agreement with Time Clock Plus in the amount of $16,559.51 for hardware support and maintenance for Mobile County Commission. 41, approve renewal of software agreement with Cutting Edge Automotive Solutions in the amount of $1,195 for Texa off-highway software for diagnostic tools used for heavy machinery for the Public Works Department. 42, approve amending subrecipient agreement with MLK Redevelopment Corporation approved on March 21st, 2024 to change the funding amount to $750,000 to be funded through the Civil Rights and Cultural Heritage District Master Plan Project included in the Mobile County Commission American Rescue Plan Act Strategic Spending Plan, pending final legal review.
What are we changing the funding from to 750?
In the prior award, it was for a total of $733,000 paid from two sources. One was the ARPA project mentioned in this item. The second one was from district funding available through the 2023 carry forward funding source. We are removing that carry forward funding source from this award and making it and rounding it up to $750,000 paid by ARPA.
Thank you.
43, approve renewal of software agreement with Otter AI in the amount of $720 for integration of Zoom meeting recordings for automated transcription for Mobile County Commission.
What is this gonna do? I'm curious. Is AI going to create transcripts of Zoom meeting recordings?
Good morning, Commissioner.
Good morning.
So whenever we're in Zoom meetings, when they're recorded, you see at the bottom that the transcript of the conversations is presented. Speaker 1 said blah, 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 speaker 2 said blah, blah, blah. So this is what, it's inbuilt with Zoom, but it comes with an additional cost.
Wow, okay. I thought that's what it meant. That was kind of, all right. So we can have transcripts basically.
Yes.
As a result of this.
Yes.
Thank you. Good. Wow. AI.
44, approve renewal of service agreement with Knox Pest Control in the amount of $300 for Centrion annual monitoring at Strickland Youth Center Annex. 45, approve renewal of service agreement with Knox Pest Control in the amount of $410 for the annual termite inspection at Mobile Government Plaza. 46, approve rental maintenance agreement with CPC Office Technologies in the amount of $1,100 for 3 refurbished Sharp copiers for probate judge. 47, approve 36-month lease agreement with Sharp Electronics Corporation in the amount of $137.53 per month for 1 Sharp copier for the Public Works Department. 48, approve request of the Mobile County Emergency Management Director to support the application to the Alabama Emergency Management Agency for the Certified Local Emergency Manager Supplement Salary Supplement Program for the purpose of receiving surplus program funds for operational expenses, and authorize the Commission President to sign all documents.
What's this? Hey, Mike, I didn't see you.
Hey, good morning, Commissioner. So we've had the CLIM program now for about 12 years. It was set up through Alabama law. It was part of an ACCA initiative to raise directors and county salaries. Now, it doesn't affect Mobile and several other counties. So what's happened, years have went by, the state pulls federal grant money out to do this, EMPG funds, which we get a portion of those funds. Well, in a year where they don't pay the salary stipend, they have money left over. So what they do then is they turn around to the counties that are participating and meet the measurable requirements for the program, and they'll take that leftover amount, divide it up, and give it to those counties that are participating. And we've gotten it, and so what it becomes for Mobile then it goes back to like my original EMPG fund, so I can use it operationally. You know, you can do a lot with this, very flexible. You could pay a salary stipend to an employee, you can pay the light bill, you can buy a piece of equipment, you could support an event. So it's just an opportunity for us to get that additional money when it's left over. And in recent years, I think the last 6 years, we have gotten a portion, and what they did, they sent out a clarification to this program. They used to only make the one getting the stipend for the salary do an agreement, but in recent years, they've had to do this supplement. They're making us sign an agreement as well, just so it's in there. So if they get to the end of the year, the money's divided out, then they don't have to chase the tail of going back and doing the agreement.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
'49, approve application of Cefco A Partnership for off-premises retail beer and table wine license for their location on Salco Road East. And that's all, Commissioners.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Sanderson?
Number 1, approve preliminary and final plat of Herrera Estates and preliminary and final plat of Ross Landing on Miller Lane. Award bid to McElhaney Construction Company for the Riva Road Bridge demolition for their low bid in the amount of $253,283.66.
Kim, where will that bridge go? What are they, I know they're responsible for hauling it off and disposing.
Unless,
I guess, is there any, I was just thinking about maybe something with the Department of Conservation for a fishing reef. I know that we've done that on bridges that we've taken down in the past, like the Dog River, the old Dog River drawbridge was used in that manner.
that is possible, but to my knowledge, we haven't worked out anything like this on this project. So unless something specific has been addressed, it will go to the contractor.
Okay,
But if I find out something different, I'll let you know.
thank you.
And number 4, adopt resolution consenting to the annexation of portions of the following public streets bounded by territories annexed by the city of Sims. Did I miss one? Okay. Commissioner Dewitt threw me off.
All right.
Okay, number 3 is approve supplemental agreement number 1 with HCL Contracting for McDavid Road Grade Drain Basin Pave for modification to proposed base material, decreasing the contract total estimated amount of $8,784.05. Okay, I read 4. Number 5, approve setting the following speed limits as listed below for roads, segments of roads, and subdivision streets. Number 6, approve supplemental agreement number 1 with John G. Walting Construction Company for our Blackwell Nursery Road South project for the modification of 2 contract pay items, increasing the total contract amount by $4,832.05 and increasing the contract time by 5 working days. Number 7, authorize advertising and receiving bids for south access improvements at New South Lumber Company, also referred to as Canfor Southern Pines. This project is a state-funded industrial access project on U.S. Highway 43. Number 8, authorize acquisition of property and acceptance of right-of-way deeds and easements from the following property owners for the following project in regard to our Ziegler Boulevard Additional Lanes project. And that's it.
All right, thank you. Do you have anything?
So this morning, Airbus was celebrating delivery of its 500.
And thank you for attending. I had little children to get to school, and I didn't think I could make it in time. Did you have anything? I just want to make one quick announcement about one of our local participants in the Olympics, Paige Madden, who participates on the United States Women's 4x 200 meter freestyle relay. They won silver medal last Thursday for their participations in the Olympics, and Paige is right here from Mobile. And that's it, and we'll stand adjourned until Monday. I'm sorry, did you have something?
We have a lot of interest from the media, and we have the professional engineers photographed today.
Yes.
So I would request that the professional engineers follow Dina to the stairs of the atrium, and the media, if you'll follow me, will assemble near there for interviews.
Okay, thank you, Sheree. I almost forgot to adjourn.